Greetings everyone, my name is ZachXevious, and welcome to my Let's Play of the Sage 2018 demo of Megaman Adventure, a 3D Megaman fan game developed by ZachXevious. I'll be doing two playthroughs of this game, the first one being a quote-unquote normal playthrough, and the second one being a any percent speedrun, taking advantage of all the glitches. And if you're wondering what SAGE stands for, it stands for the Sonic Amateur Games Expo, although it does allow fan games from other game franchises, like Megaman for example. So without further ado, let's begin. So here's a backstory, and my first of many complaints of this game. I would have preferred if the text was in its own text box, as right now it can be a bit of a problem to read the text. There's not enough contrast. I would have preferred if the text was in its own text box and the image just above it. And the title up there is just a dummy title. Especially when you have this. So essentially what's happened is that there was a routine new teleporter test and it went wrong and Megaman got teleported to the middle of nowhere. I already showcased how the controls work, and here's my next complaint. The camera, it's too low cut, as in it can be really easy for the camera to just clip into the ground as such. If you reset the camera, well, it's reset to be at a too low position. The default one should be higher, like around here. So we can still jump, shoot. No sliding though, just jumping and shooting. We don't have any acceleration just like the NES, we have instant movement. Falling into the water, of course, is instant death, just wanted to show that. So our first enemy type are these... whatever these robots are. They die in one hit. They do have an annoying sound effect when you hit them. They don't have the classic NES effects when hitting an enemy. They have the more annoying one from the Wily Saucer, or rather the Wily Alien Machine. I would have preferred if they were swapped. Some of them take 2 hits though. And it seems that our Mega Buster projectile travels an infinite distance, until it hits the level boundary though. So the main collectible of this demo are gems, although for whatever reason the max number of gems you can have on your person is 25. Even if you collect more. I don't really understand why this decision was made because it removes one of the collectibles, or one of the reasons why I want to 100% this demo. Those red spikes aren't instant death, but they do deal 1 bar of damage. Or partial bar. Here's my other complaint. I don't find the gem counter in the top left to be too annoying, but the life counter on the bottom left, it's just too obtrusive. I would have much preferred if we just had Mega Man's head and smaller life bars, because it's already very apparent how much Mega Man's health is left. The way it is right now, it obscures too much of the screen, at least for my taste. I'm also playing with the controller, but you can play with the mouse, but I wouldn't recommend it. Here's the problem. I'm moving my mouse slightly, but look how much the camera's being rotated. Because of this, I find it too unseemly to play using the mouse. There's no options menu where you can just adjust the mouse sensitivity. And because of it, I'd rather just play with the controller. Unless you want to adjust the mouse sensitivity outside the game, but this game really needs a mouse sensitivity slider. I would have preferred if we had more classic trademark enemies like the Metars and Retools, but I guess this works. This game was only made in about 3 months after all, on and off. These things I walk into are essentially our checkpoints. If you die, you're sent back to it. You have infinite lives in this demo, so don't worry if you die a lot. Here I'm showcasing a funny glitch in this demo. Also an Easter egg, here's the one Metool. You can't do anything with it though, no collectibles, no extra goodies, it's just there as an Easter egg. One of my complaints of this demo, specifically for the first stage, is that Mega Man moves way too fast. Especially in these tighter corridors, there's no way to do slow walking unless you just tap the movement buttons, like either the D-pad or the analog stick. For this type of level design, especially for stage 1, it'd be better if Mega Man walked at 50% speed or 75% speed. Also, the music fades out for whatever reason, that's not necessary. Also, there's no damage sound effect for whatever reason when Mega Man takes a hit. That just screams running out of time or laziness to me. I mean, we have the Mega Buster sound effect, the enemies getting destroyed, the enemies taking damage, but not Mega Man himself. We even have a jumping sound effect, though not him landing. Nevertheless, that's the end of the first stage, the abandoned island lighthouse. Second level, Storming the Beach. This one is in some ways less broken than the first stage, but in other ways more broken. I will showcase how it is broken during my speedrun, and in this stage. We now have bottomless pits officially, although we did have it before, with water. The new gimmick of the stage are these enemy spawners. Over time they'll spawn in new enemies, so in order to destroy them, just rapidly shoot them. However, they do have a funny glitch, if I can show it off correctly. Wasn't able to do it here though. Oh yeah, we also have a new type of robot. Those bigger versions fire 2 lasers straight ahead. They're a bit more durable as well, but they fall pretty easily. You also fire only straight ahead, so you need to be careful. You can't angle your shots downwards or upwards. Checkpoint density in this demo is very generous, so dying isn't that much of a loss anyways. Here's the glitch I was showing. For some reason, if you destroy an enemy spawner right next to it, you can be taken up on this giant orb or whatever and taken into the heavens. You can't jump, but you can walk off of it. I want to see how far this goes. I'm not sure how this was overlooked, but this is a pretty funny glitch, and it can allow you to just skip to the end of the stage by running off of it. But of course, I want to complete this stage normally first, so I'll only exploit that glitch during my speedrun. This jumping segment is a bit of a pain because if you're running close to these objects, you won't easily see where the pits are. The lights aren't bright enough, they need to be brightened. The glitch I just showed applies to all of the enemy teleporters, or rather all of the enemy spawners. In fact, there's no reason to kill most of these enemies. We can't collect more than 25 gems and no bolts in this engine, so might as well just run past all of them. Plus, Mega Man runs so fast that he can outrun most of the enemies. This wouldn't be possible in any of his titles where he runs probably 50% less fast, but here, it's better to just bypass most of the enemies. So here's the third and final stage of this demo, the maze. The one that's almost the least broken in the sense that you can't jump up on the terrain or scale up the terrain, but the enemy teleporter, or rather the enemy spawner glitch, still works. I don't mind the intended shortcuts like looping around the place there, but a glitch over here, where you can just ride on top of it, that's not intended whatsoever, so I won't take advantage of it. I at least don't want to make my first one break the game entirely. I just want to show the intended route once. I do find the color scheme of this stage to be quite neat, but it's quite eye-glaring. Mind you, there's one thing I forgot to show, so that's why I decided to kill myself there. Also, I would have preferred there was arrows so you remember where you last went to. Because I want to show the background on this stage, which you don't normally see when you walk through the stage. This stage seems to take place in a post-apocalyptic city, or something that's overrun with crime. You don't normally see it if you go to the stage normally. By completing all 3 stages, we now fight the final boss. Essentially, they've hacked the teleporter systems in order to drag Mega Man here in order to destroy him for whatever reason. Probably a rogue machine by Dr. Wily. So we have Evil Rob. Shoot it until it dies. That's it. We even have life respawners on each side of the arena, so it's really easy to defeat it. A rather anticlimactic boss. I was hoping for more of a puzzle element or for the boss to have some invulnerability frames, but nope, it has no invulnerability frames, just like all the other enemies. So that was the regular run of Mega Man Adventure. Time for the speedrun route. Remember how I said you can scale up parts of the terrain, especially with stage 1? You can scale up the side of the mountain over here, get up over here, keep jumping to the left, and bypass most of the stage and get to the teleporter. Because of the enemy spawner bug, I can just skip the rest of the stage this way too. I'm not sure what controls which direction the orb comes down, but it seems to be dependent on the direction of the final Mega Buster shot. Well, I went the wrong way. Silly me. Okay, this actually acts like a large life energy, but for some reason it's solid when it first comes out. Now we can clip through the terrain over there, get to the end of the stage, and refight the final boss. Easy peasy once again, and even his shots are pretty easy to dodge. He doesn't even have missiles. So that was 2 run-throughs of Mega Man Adventure, a rather broken 3D Mega Man fan game. Honestly, with all of the complaints I have about this with the physics, level design, the boring enemies and whatnot, this is a rather poor Mega Man fan game. I know it was made in 3 months, but when I compare it to another fan game that was made with 3 months, Mega Man Sunrise that is, this pales in comparison. I feel that this was made by an amateur who didn't have enough time in order to complete and polish it up, like it was made in an on and off cycle. Sorry Zach, but that's my honest opinion and I don't recommend any others play this game. But there's still hope. I understand the heart behind this game and idea for a 3D fan game. We all start by making bad stuff. My first suggestion would be to slow down Mega Man and make the level design a bit more unique, like add actual gimmicks other than regular terrain and spikes, like moving platforms, maybe springs, and add more enemy types other than the same mold. So that was my Let's Play of Mega Man Adventure. Thanks for watching everyone, and have a wonderful day.